We're going to try this again. We're going to try this again. Okay, I only have one bar on my phone. I'm going to have to make this quick because apparently my Wi-Fi nor my cell service wants to work today. Um, but I'm in the woods today. I'm 24 hours and 24 minutes late on my live because it's been absolutely crazy, which is what is making me actually change my topic today. My topic today is just keep going. My My browser, neither my Brave browser nor my Safari browser will let me go live on Facebook. I don't know why. I can go live on my cell phone, which is propped in my favorite tree in the woods right now, but even that one only has one bar of service. I'm having major country problems lately, but I'm just going to keep going. It's not going to stop me. If this stops again, we're just going to leave it a cliffhanger for next week. I have to figure out my tech issues. I don't know why I'm having problems all of a sudden, or I'll just record a video and upload it, which I don't want to do. I want to stay live. But just keep going. The things that we get hung up on and the things that keep holding us back are what we think is holding us back. It's really not, right? It's just showing us how much tenacity and how much perseverance and how much we really want whatever it is that we're pushing for. Um, Considering the group that we're in and the types of the types of issues and things that we're dealing with, we really have to test ourselves on what we want for ourselves and how much we want to take care of ourselves, right? Because we're not up against everybody else and trying to get out of our situations or trying to improve ourselves so we don't go back. We're up against ourselves for that. The only person that can change it for us is us. The only person that can keep us where we are is us. We are the only ones that can do that. And the biggest thing that stops us from doing that is fear, right? I just started this live. This is the fifth time I've tried starting this live this morning. And my fear is it's going to cut off like last week, or I'm going to mess up and I'm not going to be able to fix it because it's on a live. Whatever, right? I had to let go of that fear. I have to make myself understand that holding on to perfection and what I think should be happening and what real life is are two different things, right? If we're getting out of a really bad relationship, I just got a message from somebody that I had checked up on, and she said, I made a bad choice. I let him back in. But in less than a week, she was on it and he's back out again. Or she's out now. She's taking the steps to remove herself from that situation. That is not a bad choice. That is a lesson. And it's a good lesson because she's learning from it, right? Don't beat yourself up because you backtracked a little bit. Don't say, "Oh, it's okay. I did good. I could just stay here. It's okay. We all make mistakes." No. The mistake is to not improve yourself when you know there's more. Maya Angelou says when we know better, we do better. If we know better and we don't do better, that is not okay. That is just not okay. We have to love ourselves and literally worship ourselves enough to know that we deserve to do better and to have better and to be better. And it is not selfish and conceited or anything to worship yourself. Your body is your temple. Your mind is yours. This is the only one you get, and you are the only one in charge of it. It's about time you stand up for yourself, right? It's about time that you do those things that you in your heart, you know you need to go through these steps, and sometimes you need to still go through the pain if you haven't gotten out of your situation yet. You know you need to do that to get to the other side of it. Girl, put on those boots and muck through that shit. It's worth it. And that fear that might be holding you back might be fear of what you don't know is on the other side. That's peace. And if you don't see the peace, you just keep working towards it until you do see the peace. You know, a fear of retaliation. Fear of retaliation is huge. What if I do this? So and so is going to do such and such back to me. Well, here's the thing. If you are letting that fear of retaliation keep you where you are, they're already winning. They're already in your space. They're already taking away from you what you don't want them to have because you're giving it to them. You are enabling a retaliation without them even having to do anything. You're doing it for them. And I know that went kind of heavy and deep all of a sudden, but it's real, right? I'm not scripting any of this. This is what's coming on my heart, and this is what I'm living through, not kind of with myself, but I'm helping some other people get out of some situations. And a lot of the group are really hesitant because of the fear of retaliation. But until people understand that they have the power and nobody has the power to retaliate against you until you give them permission. Because if you know your mission and you know what you deserve and you know where you're going, it doesn't matter what they do because that's not where you're focused. They're focused on you because they don't have anything else. That's the bed they made. Let them lay in it. They are the ones that are functioning out of fear. You can't fight fire with fire. Yeah, I know that's a saying, you have to fight fire with fire. You can't. The way we fight this fire is to stand up and walk away and use grace and poise and an understanding of who we really are. And if we don't know who we are, somebody else had put that in the comments when I asked, tell us who you are. She says, I really don't know. I'm stuck on that question. If you don't know, ask yourself, first thing I tell people is ask yourself, who were you as a little kid? What did you daydream about? What were you focused on? What what did you love? Who did you love? Like genuinely, that you were so safe and secure, and that person, you were home no matter what. There was no consequences to what if, right? That person that you were in that space is more than likely the closest thing to your authentic self that you're going to find as an adult. But it might be a little bit different because you have other experiences and perceptions now. But that's a good base to think about. Start to investigate where you were, say like 6 or 8 years old. What did you love? Who were you were? What made you happy at that age? And start building back towards those things. Um, take yourself on a date. Take yourself on a date. Like this right now, my life, I was bound and determined to do it. I was all kinds of anxious this morning. I was upset because I was like, man, this is the 5th time I'm going to screw this live up, blah, 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 blah. And all this negative self-talk started going in my head. Because I'm just like you guys, right? I happen to be a few steps ahead, which is why I'm able to coach and teach what I'm doing. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I got out of the room I'm using as a studio. I grabbed my selfie stick, which ended up not working either. And in the process of trying to, my phone flipped out of my selfie stick. I dropped my phone in the dust, and Texas dust is nasty. So I dropped my phone in the dust. And while I bent over to pick up my phone, I dumped this tea all over this arm. And it's not cold tea, it's hot tea. That was it. So I'm like, this is it. I'm going to the woods. So instead of getting a Can-Am and driving out here, I walked, right? I noticed the hoof prints from the horse we're fostering. I have a horse out here in the woods somewhere on my 15 acres. I don't know where he's at right now. But I noticed the hoof prints on the ground. I spooked 3 different deer out of the woods on the way out here. I can hear the birds. I can feel the breeze. Get out in nature. Go do something that grounds you and brings you back. And just do. Figure out what you want to do and where you want to be, even if it's for the next 5 minutes, right? If you're super overwhelmed and you can't figure out what to do, just go for the next 5 minutes and just be, and figure out what you want to do and where you want to go from there. And I'm sure this live is all over the place and I'm going to have to look at it later, but I'm still waiting for people to give me genuine questions, or I'll ask a question and we'll have to bring up some topics to discuss. Today was so frazzled. My goal was just to get on live, and that's yay, I met my goal today, right? So I love y'all. We will talk to you later this week, and um I will be back live next Friday at 10 a.m. I'm doing this. I'm going to keep doing it until I get on track and get it done right? If try again. That's best saying on the planet. So I love y'all and keep on rocking.